Hello there, and welcome to episode 52 of Adventures in Knitting with Jen. My name is Jen, and this is my little knitting corner where I talk about everything that I am making and want to make and all that. Yarny goodness. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, so glad to have you. I am a teacher up north, teaching grade 5. When I'm not here, I'm back down in Ontario. I do teach in Ontario. I teach in Northern Ontario, and then I have a home in Southern Ontario outside of Ottawa. So I am back in my northern home. And yeah, I've just completed my first week of school. Oh my word. This has been quite the week. They're a good bunch of kids. They're a good bunch of kids. I don't want to get the idea, but they are active. Whew, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm just not used to it because usually the first week of school, kids are kind of quiet, shy, They wait till the second week to show, or third week to show their more of their self. Not these kids. Whoo! It was non-stop from the minute they arrived in the classroom. So yeah, that is an adjustment for me, and that's fine. The first day of school, I had, like on my Fitbit, I had 117 active minutes. 117. Whew. So we're figuring it out though. So up here we teach, we have co-teachers who teach the native language. It's an Ojibwe community. So he was just like looking at me like, oh my word. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a year. It's good. It'll be challenging. It'll be very challenging, but yeah, I am looking forward to it now. After the first day, I was like, oh no, but we can do this. We can do this. We'll figure it out. So yeah, that's why it's been a while, I think, since I podcasted, because I was exhausted. Exhausted. I arrived here 2 weeks ago, and oh my goodness, the trip here was the worst trip I've ever had in my entire life. It was crazy. The plane ride, there was a storm. We flew through a storm. I don't know if you've ever flown through a storm. I literally thought I was gonna die. I was. Oh, prayed so hard. Never prayed so hard in my life. I'm like, now I know why they have seatbelts, because my body literally lifted off my seat when the plane dipped. Oh. And the poor guy 2 seats behind me was not successful in keeping his breakfast down. So you're listening to that, and every time I hear that, it makes me want to. So me and another teacher that I flew in with, we were like, oh, we were trying so hard not to. Oh, obviously the flight got canceled after that. We had to fly back. We couldn't land where I am teaching, so I was delayed in arriving for 2 days. That was frustrating. Stayed in the sleaziest hotel I've ever stayed in my life. Ugh, it was... yeah, an experience. But I made it. I'm here. We did orientation. We got set up. Got my first weekend. So, in that, I have not done a lot of knitting, but I'm going to show you what I have. And the first thing is my finished object. I'm done with the summer knits. Here is the Tolsta Cami. It's finally done. So I do have a ring light, and I'm trying that out for better lighting, but I also see that it's reflecting in my glasses, so that's annoying. I have to figure that out. All right. But yeah, Tolsta Cami. I finished it a couple days ago, and I really like it. I like the color. The color's very nice. It is a linen and silk, so definitely summer. It is low. She does have in her pattern, excuse me, a way for you to modify it so it's not as low, but I just didn't want to be bothered with thinking more. So I didn't do it. I mean, so you obviously have to wear a tank top underneath it because it is really low, which is fine. Use it as a layering piece. I could get away with wearing it in the fall with this cardigan over top. Would be cute. Yeah, I don't know if I'd make another one because each triangle, it just was difficult for me to keep track of the decreases. So some of my triangles aren't the same size. And that was kind of frustrating. I tried to keep track using progress keepers or stitch markers, but it just, I don't know. So I definitely have a back and a front because the back triangle is way wider than the front one. So, or one back one is wider than the front one. Anyways, whatever. It's done. It is cute. I do like it. And I will wear it with a tank top. And yeah, that is my finished object. The Tolsta camisole by Crea. I have her, I did her tank top this summer, and that one I love. I left it at home, but that one I love. That one was so this summer I knit 4 tank tops. It's pretty good for a summer. 2 months. All right, so before I left, I started a pair of socks. I haven't worked on them. They are the same as when I left because yeah, I just wanted to finish this camisole, get it off my needles, get summer knits out of the way, and for a minute there I thought I only had 2 needles. There's 3. So I have not worked on these. I really need to get on them, but I've been distracted because, of course, I come back to this home and I have yarn here and projects that I left behind. So this is what I've been working on. Oh, there goes my ball yarn. This is the Walasia shawl, and it is designed to be used with like 12 or 24 minis, but I'm not doing that. I only have 6. Yeah, no, 5. I have 5, and they're not quite minis. They're bigger than a mini. So before I left, I just started the orange, and I have now added green to it. So it's a pretty easy shawl. It's just like, yeah, garter and then a row of eyelets. It's cute. So I'm going to add green, work on green, and then I have to add brown and red. I'm going to do brown next because I didn't want it to be too Christmassy if I put the red next to the green. I really want to work on this so that I have it for fall because fall has arrived here. Fall has arrived. 7 degrees outside right now, Celsius. So we are supposed to have some hot days next week, but yeah, it's cold. Which is okay. I'm here for the cold because I like no bugs and I like to be cozy in my sweaters. All right, this can be a super short episode. And I literally mean that because I have not been working on it much except for finishing this, which took a lot because it's fingering weight. And speaking of cozy, my new obsession. So I had intended, like in the last, how many years I've been knitting here? 3 years. I started the Scrappy Sunday and I made this first, my northeasterly blanket. And then I made another shawl, and then I made the woolen pine, what is that called? Woolen pine, it's a colorwork sweater. Why am I, it's leaving my, I can't, what the heck? Stained glass tea, I believe. Sea glass tea. Oh my word. Sea glass tea. So those were my Scrappy Sunday project, and I only worked on them on Sunday. So I was like, okay, I'll start this. I want to make a cozy memories blanket. I'll start on it and work on it only on Sunday. Yeah, no. I started it last Sunday and I'm addicted. I am straight addicted, and it's all I want to knit. So I'm going with it. It's just, it was a stressful week, getting used to routines and a new class and figuring them out. So I wanted something cozy and easy, and yeah. And now I really want this for winter, to be cozy on my couch, but I am going to make it, I think, big enough to go on my bed. I laid it out. And so I am doing DK. I'm holding 2 strands of fingering weight doubles, so it gets this like marled. I'm using it with 1 white and then 1 scrap. And yeah, I'm obsessed with it so far. Cozy Memories blanket. And it's much bigger, of course, because I'm doing DK, and I'm doing it on 4mm needles. The pattern says like 325 or whatever, but that would just be too, I'm a loose knitter also, so it's probably bigger than even, which I'm fine with. I laid it out on my bed, and 8 across, I think, would fit my bed. So I'm gonna do 8 across by 9, I think, or 10. We'll see. And make it huge, because I have like a lot of scrap yarn that I can use to do this. And yeah, I'm just doing what I want. It's even though I have a pile of project bags with yarn and patterns in them to start, but I don't want to do any of them. I just want to work on this, so I'm going with the flow. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I got to talk about today, is the cozy memories. I'm addicted, straight addicted. I do want to work on that wool Asia shawl though and get it done, so I will try to focus on that. But I have mittens I need to knit for Christmas, and 2 hats. I mean, that's it really. I have some other projects that I thought would be nice to make for people for Christmas, but I am overthinking this. It's only the beginning of September. I have like practically 4 months to knit for Christmas, so I don't know why I'm making this a thing in my head. It's ridiculous. Oh, I don't know why we do this. It's all in my head, and nobody knows what they're getting for Christmas, so it's not like if I don't get to it, oh well, they won't know. They'll get it for their birthday or next Christmas. It's not a big deal, but I get it all jumbled in my head, giving myself deadlines and then stressing. I don't know why I do that. All right, that's it. That's all I have, but I did want to update and talk about this, my new obsession. Oh, it's so cozy. I love it so much. I am excited to see it finished. And yeah, I probably will work on it on Sunday for sure, but whenever I want. I'm just going to pick it up and add another square, because it's just so addictive. So addictive. All right. Well, I will see you when I see you. I'll give you an update on how things are going, or if I actually do start any of my Christmas knitting projects. I hope you have a good 2 weeks, and I will see See you later. Bye.